Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to Sunya IAS. I hope you all are doing really great, guys, and enjoying this series which we have started on world geography. This is lecture number 5, and in the last class, we had started a new continent, that is North America. This is going to be part 2 of it. Till now, we have covered South America, and we have not only covered it, but we have taken down this unit on our fingertips, guys. We have revised it multiple times in the class itself. I hope you are liking the approach. I have seen the comments also. Really thankful for the positive comments. I am understanding that you are connecting with me the way I want, right? Also, those who are new to it, I would suggest that see the previous videos first, then only you will be making the most out of my videos, guys. Otherwise, it will make no sense, right? See it from starting, and this world geography will be in your hands. I promise you that, right? Let us move ahead and see what all we have seen in the last class. Again, I am telling you, we are studying every continent with two approach. For example, North America, we have started in the last class. North America, first of all, or any continent, we have to understand the political feature. Political feature in the form of the countries, that how countries are located, bordering with which countries, bordering with which water bodies. This all we have to understand. Also, we are simultaneously covering these places in news topic also, guys. So you don't have to worry about anything, right? Second aspect which we have to touch today related to North America is the physical feature, basically, guys. And a physical feature, we are going to understand it in the form of like this particular mountains, this particular rivers, important lakes, important deserts, grasslands, islands, and you can say straits also, the miscellaneous I can add, right? Like this we are going to cover, guys. One more aspect which comes, that is economic aspect. You will study when you will be understanding the economic geography of it, then you will be covering this world economic geography aspect also, guys, right? Like right now I'm focusing upon these two aspects which will be wholeheartedly learned by you, right? So this we have seen in the last class. North America, we have understood about the countries, about the Central American also. These three are easy. Canada, US, Mexico is easy. Can you remember the Central American countries now? Can you remember these Caribbean countries? Few of the Caribbean countries I have told you. One island I have shown you that was of the United States. Can you remember this particular country? Hawaii. And related to Hawaii, two mountain I have told you which are the active volcano, which are recently present in news. Those who have not, like those who don't remember it, see the previous videos, guys. That those are very important. Let me tell you also Mount, oh sorry, Mauna Loa and Kilauea Mountain, Kilauea volcano. These two which we have seen in Hawaii, guys. Let us just see the Central Asian countries. How much? Let's see how much you remember, guys. Over here, if I have told you that two countries you have to remember, one is Belize. Capital, try to write down, guys. In the last class, we have seen all this in beautiful detail, right? Over here, you will see El Salvador. Oh, sorry, Guatemala. This confusion you should not happen, guys. It should not happen. Write it down many times. Then three countries I have told you to remember. One was El Salvador. This is your Honduras, and this is your Nicaragua. Then two countries like this I have told you, and this is your canal basically, right? Over here, this is Isthmus. This is your Costa Rica. Write down, think about, pause the video and think about the capitals, guys. Over here, I have told you about Panama. Panama is the isthmus, and this Panama is basically connected with the South America, right? So this is your South America. Over here, I have told you about these countries also, guys. Can you remember these Caribbean countries? Bahamas, this Cuba, this over Haiti and Dominican Republic, this particular Jamaica. Over here, can you remember this, which was in news? Trinidad and Tobago, and also one more island over here, which we have studied, Saint Vincent and Grenadines. राइट दिस ऑल कंट्रीज यू हैव टू रिमेंबर ये सबको याद रह जाता है कनाडा यूनाइटेड स्टेट मैक्सिको ये सबको याद रहता है इन द लास्ट क्लास आल्सो वी हैव सीन दैट ओके बाजा पेनिनसुला एंड युकाटन पेनिनसुला वाज द पार्ट ऑफ मैक्सिको दिस इज बाजा पेनिनसुला आई एम जस्ट डूइंग द रिकॉलिंग गाइस what we have seen last class, nothing new we are studying. Those who are new and not understanding it, see the previous video. You are going to remember everything I'm telling you. Right over here, Yucatan. Also, let me know through the comments those students who are following it wholeheartedly. I want to see that how many students are connecting the way I want you to connect it, right? So this, you know, right? And United States, I have told you some of the places. Can you mark these places over here which we have studied? Over here, Washington DC, New York. Can you remember this Halifax, Newfound Island? Can you remember this particular areas what all we have studied? This islands, Banks, Victoria, this Ellesmere, this Baffin Island. This is Alaska. So this is the political feature which we have tried to understand, right? If I roughly draw right now, roughly I'm telling, I'm not saying that you have to be a professional in it, right? Just rough diagram of it. Do you remember the Yucatan Peninsula? Show the Yucatan Peninsula. Abhi, I am just showing you how roughly you can draw it. No need to like be a professional in it. You will be able to solve it, guys. This now connected with your South America. And South America, which we have already seen. Like this, can you draw a simple diagram? Can you tell me the countries of Central America first of all? Belize. This is your Guatemala. Then over here El Salvador. Over here Honduras. This particular Honduras. Then you this is Nicaragua. Then this is Costa Rica, and this is Panama. Stop it, pause the video. I have told you to keep the atlas and political maps and physical maps, right, of world countries. Have you taken this out? Mark them, guys, and make your own diagram in the end, right? Over here this is Bahamas, over here Cuba, over here what this is this is your Jamaica, this is your particular Haiti and Dominican Republic. We have seen in the last class, guys. That's why I'm not writing it down in a beautiful handwriting. We have all seen the in the map, right? Then you have seen this particular Saint Vincent and Grenadines. Over here, you near Venezuela, you have seen Trinidad and Tobago. These are the part of Caribbean countries. Caribbean countries are also the part of this particular North America, guys. Over here, you will see Greenland. It is that this landmass is the part of North America, but it is politically controlled by Denmark. This I have also told you. Can you remember about the islands over here, which we will again see? Don't worry about it. But this is your 49th parallel I have told you. This is 49th parallel, and this 49th parallel is dividing Canada and USA. This is the part of USA that is Alaska. Over here, you will see this is Mexico. A rough understanding, right? Then in this particular South America, we have understood it in the form of trio. This one trio. I hope you remember these trio. Then this second trio. And this particular link is with the Colombian country. ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है, which I have told you guys. Right? Over here, you will find Ecuador. Then over here, Chile. And like sorry, over here Peru, then Chile, then this Bolivia. This is first trio, second trio, third trio. I hope you remember this way. Then this is connected with Paraguay, Argentina, and Uruguay. Uruguay and Paraguay are not connecting with each other. A rough map I am telling you, because on the spot when you are seeing a prelims question and you are not remembering anything, तो आप पूरा format follow कर सकते हो guys. And within the minutes, अभी आपको थोड़ा time लगेगा, but within seconds you will be able to draw it, right? So this is your North America, this is your South America. South America we are done with completely. We have seen the physical features also. North America we have seen the political features. Today we are going to see this all other features like mountains, rivers, and all other aspects, right? Let us see. Before going ahead, this is the blank map. You also must be having the blank map. Trying to fill, guys. Try to fill. Can you remember this island? Bank Island. This is your Victoria Island. This is your Ellesmere Island. This is your Baffin Island. Over here, this is Canada. Over here, this is USA. And places in USA, which cities I have told you to mention. This is your Baja Peninsula, Yucatan Peninsula. Belize. Over here, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. And in Panama, you will see canal, and this is connected with Colombia. Next to Colombia, Venezuela. ऐसे में आपको पूरा connection बना के रखना है, guys. This is Cuba. This is particular Bahamas. This is particular your particular Jamaica. Over here, Haiti and Dominican Republic, Trinidad and Tobago near this, and over here, Saint Vincent and Grenadines. Now let us see the seas surrounding these particular places, guys. This particular continent. What are the seas which are surrounding? Over here, you know that which ocean is this Pacific Ocean. Broadly, you know this is Atlantic Ocean, right? This is Arctic Ocean, part of Arctic Ocean. But some seas are there. That are the important river bodies which you have to understand. This we are going to see, guys, right? Let me show you. First of all, see over here, guys. This particular part you are seeing. This is your Beaufort Sea. Beaufort Sea. You have to remember this, right? It is like over here. near Alaska and bordering Canada. Over here you will see Beaufort Sea. Then you have to remember about this place. What is this particular name of this particular river body? Over here you are seeing Baffin Island. So this is basically your Baffin Bay. Acha, I hope you are clear with this particular word. What is bay? What is gulf? What is bight? If not, I'll be telling you. Just wait. See, guys, I am drawing two types of land masses. Suppose this is one land mass, right? And this is second land mass. Just wait. And this is third landmass. This is the landmass. I'm telling you this is landmass and this is river bodies. Over here you are seeing rivers, river water. Like this you are seeing river. And third situation like this, guys, over here. This is the landmass. And this is your ocean water or river water, something like that. These three conditions you are seeing in the world. And basically they have divided broadly that those water bodies, those land masses which has a wide opening, not very much wide, but a moderate wide. That means you can see that over here the opening of this particular gap is not very wide, right? So this type of feature we call it a bay. If the opening is very narrow, you are seeing that narrow opening is over there. This will turn into a gulf. And if the opening is too broad like this, you will call it a bight. Right? Let me show you now. Over here, can you see this, guys? Gulf of Mexico, I am going to say, show you also. This narrow opening you are seeing over here. And this whole water body, then the opening is narrow. But as soon as I open the body, this particular, if I broaden this particular opening, see over here, this is not narrow boundary. So that's why we call it Bay of Bengal. That's why we call it Bay of Biscay. In Europe, we are going to see it. Whereas you are seeing narrow openings, you will see Gulf of Kutch over here, Gulf of Khambat. Now this is not 100% correct. आप हर किसी को इसमें नहीं डालोगे, but as it is, you have to understand because some of the things are portrayed like this. That Bay of Bengal. So mostly 90% of the areas में आपको ये जो the definition which is geographical definition, it is right, 100% right. But somewhere you will see that narrow opening है, फिर भी we are calling it bay. But आपको उन exceptions में नहीं जाना, right? Just see the broader picture. What I'm trying to say, right? Over here you will see that bay and gulf definition. Simple, that it has a wider opening and that is it has a narrow opening. Bight means it has large opening, guys. So when we will see Australia, I'll show you the Australian bight also, right? Don't worry about it. यही landmass अगर narrow हो जाता तो we could have called it gulf. यही landmass अगर और ज्यादा broad हो जाता तो we'll call it bight, right? So that's why this is your Baffin Bay. This is your Beaufort Sea. Now this, what do you think? What is this? This is your Hudson Bay, guys. Hudson Bay. In the map also, in the atlas also, you will find Hudson Bay. Then over here, the name of the sea is Labrador Sea. Labrador Sea. Because this peninsula you are seeing is basically Labrador Peninsula. Over here, this is Baja Peninsula. Over here, this is a Yucatan Peninsula. Likewise, char option, I have told you that how they are giving you questions, guys. Let me show you the PYQ also, how they can give you questions. See this particular part, Abyssinian Plateau, Atlas Mountains, Guiana Highlands. Now you have understood South America, so you are able to solve some of it. But ultimately, when the whole world map will be in your hand, तब आप कहीं से भी interconnectedness देखोगे. आप देखोगे peninsula, Yucatan Peninsula, you will see some other peninsulas name, and then that particular country will be written related to it, and you have to mark it only one correct, only two correct, like this, guys, right? So you have to be ready for this. That's why I'm showing you, I'm connecting it with the this PYQs, how they are asking questions related to it. So you have to remember this. Yucatan is related to Baja is related to, Labrador is related to. This is the North American Peninsula. Later on, in Europe also you will find, in Africa also you will find, like, right? So likewise you have to gather it, guys. Okay, so you understand Beaufort Sea, Baffin Bay, Labrador Sea, and this Labrador Peninsula, guys. Over here, Hudson Bay, you understood, Hudson Bay, right? And this is your Atlantic Ocean. Over here, can you see this part, this particular part? This is known as Bay of Fundy, guys. Bay of Fundy. So this part is your Bay of Fundy. When you will now over here, you will see Atlantic Ocean. Now this particular area is known as Sargasso Sea. Sargasso Sea. See guys, there is a lot of information related to it, but whatever I am telling you, that should be on your tips regardless of other information. पहले ये तो आप fix करो. When this will be fixed, then it is up to you कि कितनी information आपको gather करनी है. Ultimately you have to think about this कि maximum यहाँ से 1 to 2 questions we have to do it, and I am telling you whatever I am teaching you, the way I am teaching you, the way I am trying to keep things in your head, I am telling you, you will be in a position to correct it, right? उससे ऊपर अगर आपको पढ़ना है, ये सारी places जितनी लिखी है वो आपको याद करनी है, आप बैठ के याद कर सकते हो, but it is not possible to remember them also and to recall them in the examination time. I also know that, guys, right? तो उतना जिस नजरिए से मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ उसी नजरिए से सोचने की कोशिश करिए, guys, right, guys? So you have seen over here Beaufort Sea, over here Baffin Bay, over here you have seen Labrador Sea, over here this is your Bay of or Hudson Bay basically. Then this is your Bay of Fundy. Over here you have seen. Over here Sargasso Sea. Right, and this is your Gulf, and this is Gulf of Mexico or Mexico. I'm repeating it again for you only. I hope you have written it. Now you understand few things, guys. See this particular map. Can you see Beaufort Sea? Can you see over here Baffin Bay? Can you see over here Labrador Sea? Over here Sargasso? Over here Bay of Fundy, and this point over here is Halifax, a city, right? And over here Vancouver. This is 49th parallel, Great Lakes, which we will be seeing, don't worry about it. Hudson Bay. Now you try to understand one thing. Gulf of Mexico also you have seen. Over here now you try to understand straits are also important. Can you see this Arctic Ocean over here? And this Arctic Ocean is connected with this Baffin Bay by this strait, and I have already told you in the last videos about the difference between strait and isthmus. ये आपको clear होना चाहिए. नहीं clear है तो एक बार पीछे वाली वीडियो जाके देखो. Strait. So over here what do we call this, which are connecting this particular or between this particular Ellesmere Island or this particular Greenland, you can say. What is this particular river body or strait? This is your Nares Strait, guys. I am writing the spelling Nares Strait. And now if I ask you, this is Nares Strait. If I ask you what is connecting your this particular which is the water body Baffin Bay and Labrador Sea, this particular strait is known as your Davis Strait. Davis Strait. So this is the part of your Davis Strait. So this particular landmass is connected by a water body. You are saying this is Nares Strait. This particular landmass is your Baffin Island. This is your Ellesmere Island. Island I have already told you. This is your Bank Island. This is Victoria Island. Over here, these are Queen's Elizabeth Island, right? And this Baffin Island is connected with this particular strait, with this particular Greenland is basically Davis Strait. So earlier I was saying that this Baffin Bay or Labrador Sea is connected by this strait. No, what I meant was this particular landmass is connected or is basically separated by this strait, that is Davis Strait. So ultimately you have to remember this strait, this strait. Also one more strait you can see over here. Now this is your Baffin Island. This is your part of a major peninsula, which is your Labrador Peninsula. But this is also a peninsula because peninsula is the part of landmass which is surrounded by three sides by water bodies. So this is also a peninsula. So this is your Ungaya Peninsula. Ungaya Peninsula. Okay. If this is not written in the map, just write it down. So this is a smaller peninsula, Ungaya Peninsula, part of a larger peninsula. अब ये भी तो peninsula ही हुआ पूरा पूरा. Over here you are seeing water body, water body, water body, right? So what is the name of this particular strait? This is your Hudson Strait, guys. Over here you are seeing Hudson Bay. So I hope some things are clear now. Again, this is, let me show you in this particular map. This is your Beaufort Sea. This is what island? Bank Island. This is your Victoria Island. This is your Queen Elizabeth Island. This is your Ellesmere Island. This is your particular Baffin Island. Over here, which strait? Over here, which strait? And over here, which strait? This is your what peninsula? And this is what peninsula? Can you name it? Can you name the sea? Can you name this bay? Can you name this bay? Pause the video, try to think. Until you are not answering, I am not moving ahead, or don't move ahead. I'll to move ahead because I am not able to see you guys, right? So over here you are seeing which of the sea? Sargasso. Over here which gulf? Right? Now you understand one more thing guys over here. As you are moving from Sargasso Sea to this particular Gulf of Mexico, over here can you find one more strait? Two land masses separated by a small water channel. This is called strait only, and this is your part of Florida guys. USA, part of USA, this is Florida. So one more city which you have to remember, Florida. And over here Cuba. So Cuba and Florida are separated by which strait? That is Florida Strait only. Sahi, ये Florida Strait is done. You entered Gulf of Mexico. Then over here you will find this particular Baja Peninsula. This is also one more thing. This is Gulf of California, because this particular whole state is California state, right? So this you will find Gulf of California. Over here, are you seeing something? This is your Gulf of Alaska, because this is Alaska state. Right guys, so let me once more, I'm just marking it out. Can you tell me the islands first? Island name. This island, this island, this island, this islands, this island group. Can you tell me the name guys? If you have written the game, tell me the straits. I'm marking the straits like this, this, this one. If you have written the state, let me tell you once again. I'm saying it again and again. मैं आपको mark करके आगे भी बढ़ सकता था, but I'm doing it for you only, guys. So try to recall, try to remember in the class itself. This is your Nears, this is your Davis, this is your Hudson, this is your Florida, right? And then this particular part. Can you tell me about this particular sea over here? Beaufort Sea, Labrador Sea. This is Bay of Fundy, Sargasso Sea, Gulf of Mexico. Over here, this is Gulf of California. This is Gulf of Alaska. This is Pacific Ocean. This is Atlantic Ocean. This is Arctic Ocean. I hope you are following this as it is. You have to remember this. ठीक है, तभी आगे बढ़ना. This is done, right? Last में I'll again revise. तब तक आपको ये याद हो जाना चाहिए, guys, right? See this particular map also: Queen Elizabeth, Banks Island, Victoria Island, Ellesmere Island. I have added different maps into it. किसी मैप में कुछ मेंशन है, किसी मैप में कुछ मेंशन है, right? This is Davis Strait. You can see Hudson Strait. You can see over here Nears Strait, and over here one place was in news. Can you remember the place of the news? If you don't, then see the previous video. Now let us see the lakes, guys. Time to see the lakes. Can you see these particular places over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lakes we have to see in Canada. Then can you see the bordering lakes, the Great Lakes, which we see 1, 2, 3, 4, or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So these 5 lakes which we have to see over here, right? We will understand it. So this particular lake which you will see in Canada is your Great Bear Lake. Just the reference, get Great Bear Lake is related to here. Victoria Lake कहाँ से है? Victoria Lake वो भी हम आगे पढ़ेंगे, right? Over here you will understand about this particular lake, that is Great, or this is Slave Lake, or you can call it a Great Slave Lake. First, second. This third one is Athabasca Lake. Just check the spelling once in Google or in the atlas only, Athabasca Lake. This fourth one over here, Reindeer Lake, guys. This fourth one. And then this fifth one is Winnipeg Lake. How question can be asked? एक तो इसके sequence में question बन सकता है, right? This is the sequence, north to south, south to north. As it is, you have to remember Great Bear Lake, then Slave. तो ये तो एक साथ आपको याद होना चाहिए, Bear and Slave. Then Athabasca, अजीब सा नाम है Athabasca, right? Then Reindeer and Winnipeg, you try to remember it simultaneously. These are the lakes of Canada which you have to see. Do you remember about the lake Titicaca, Pupu, uh, Patos Lake, Maracaibo Lake? These are the lakes of South America, right? Like this, you have to understand certain lake. This is one order which you have to understand. That order: Bear, Slave, Athabasca, Reindeer and Winnipeg. Pause the video, try to remember. जब तक बिना देखे आप लिख नहीं पा रहे हो इसको, तब तक आगे मत पढ़ना, because I'll be again asking you. ठीक है? सही है. Next you move on to these lakes guys over here. See, इसको समझने का तरीका. This particular one lake you are seeing over here, this is a Lake Superior. पहले नाम जानो इनके. Lake Superior. ठीक है. उसके बाद next in number you can see this is in completely present in USA. Over here you will understand it as Michigan. Lake Michigan. See on that list too. Then this particular part you see this is your Lake Huron. Then can you see this particular lake? This is Lake Erie. Then the last lake, Lake Ontario. Last lake, Lake Ontario. Now this is the sequence present from west to east. पहले ये लेक आया, फिर मिशिगन आया, फिर हुरॉन आया, फिर एरी आया, देन ओंटारियो लास्ट में. ईस्ट टू वेस्ट ओंटारियो सबसे पहले, हुरॉन this particular एरी next, this हुरॉन next, then Michigan, then Lake Superior. Also, but if they ask you in size that किसका साइज सबसे बड़ा है, then यहाँ पर एक इंटरचेंज होगा बस. Superior सबसे बड़ा है, then not Michigan will not come, only H this Huron will come now, and then Michigan, then Erie, then Ontario. ठीक है. तो साइज में जब बात होगी तो Huron will be next to Superior, but अगर west to east sequence की बात होगी तो this particular mission will be next to this Lake Superior, right? Now some of the facts you try to know about Lake Superior. बहुत बढ़िया फैक्ट है गाइस. नाउ तो आपके दिमाग में ये भी आ रहा होगा that who is having the jurisdictional authority over these lakes. Actually they have made a body which is combinedly controlled by Canada and America. Like these bodies are controlling these lakes. ठीक है, उतना आप डिटेल में मत सोचो, because this is world geography mapping के थ्रू क्वेश्चन आएंगे आपको. This Lake Superior के बारे में you try to know some things. If I ask you that, first of all, can you tell me the world's largest freshwater lake? This is the world's largest freshwater category में it will come. Freshwater lake guys, world's largest. Second point, you try to understand that it is the second largest lake. Doesn't matter freshwater, doesn't matter brackish water. This is the largest lake in area wise. After तो first number पे कौन होगा? Caspian guys. Caspian you will see it in when we will understand Asia, right? तब हम Caspian Sea बोलेंगे, but it is a lake only. ठीक है? Caspian is the largest lake, whereas second largest is this Lake Superior guys. Also you try to understand that this Lake Superior and this Lake Huron is connected by one canal over here. When you will zoom it, you will see, or directly type Sioux Canal, you will get something about it. Sioux Canal has connected this particular Lake Superior and Lake Huron, right? And this particular Lake Michigan is entirely present in USA guys. And one famous place is situated near this Lake Michigan, that is शिकागो. तो यहाँ पर आप बहुत सारी सिटीज आपने सुनी होंगी. जितना मैं बता सकता हूँ आपको उतना तो एटलीस्ट यू ट्राई टू रिमेंबर, राइट? वरना अदरवाइज देयर इज इमेंस टू लर्न अबाउट दीज स्टेट्स, बट आता नहीं है. यू हैव टू सी द कॉस्ट बेनिफिट गाइस, कितना पढ़ना है और कहाँ से क्वेश्चन आ रहा है. ठीक है, इसमें बहुत सारी सिटीज है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सिटीज है, बट यू डोंट हैव टू गो आफ्टर एवरी सिटीज, राइट? सही. सो ऑल दीज आर Great Lakes. This is your lakes of Canada, and one more lake is present over here, that is Great Salt Lake of USA. Great Salt Lake. Over here you see Great Salt Lake. Can you see this Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario? And one more thing you understand from Lake Ontario, it is the starting point, origin of this St. Lawrence River guys. This river is going over here. Right, so this is this Saint, वही this Lake Ontario से आपकी river एक originate होती है, that is St. Lawrence River. So ultimately, if I ask you about the lakes which we have covered, can you make up one page note of it? Can you make one diagram of it? Right, like this. सबसे टॉप पे कौन सा? एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन nobody is asking you. कोई लैटिट्यूड और लॉन्गिट्यूड से नापने मत लग जाना कहाँ पर इसकी एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन है, राइट? ट्राई टू जस्ट फिल दिस आउट. आपको अल्टीमेटली इंफॉर्मेशन और वर्ड एसोसिएशन होना चाहिए. बाद में लेक पर्टिकुलर विनीपेग को आप कहीं और डालने की कोशिश मत करना इन साउथ अमेरिका और इन यूरोप कंटिनेंट, ठीक है, वहां पर कंफ्यूज मत होना, बिकॉज देयर ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी सर्टेन लेक्स, ठीक है। सो ओवर हियर दिस वाज योर ग्रेट बियर लेक, बियर, स्लेव, Athabasca, Reindeer, Winnipeg. Over here, Superior, Huron, Michigan, Erie, and this is your Ontario Lake. And from Ontario, St. Lawrence River is emerging out. Over here, Great Salt Lake. Are you all good, guys? Are you all connected with me? Likewise, you try to remember, pause the video जब तक ये होगा लेक्चर 1 आवर का, मे बी प्रॉबेबली, बट आपको ये कम से कम इसमें 2 घंटे लगाने, सो दैट यू कैन डू इट वंस फॉर ऑल, इंक्लूडिंग योर मैपिंग वर्क, इंक्लूडिंग द प्रैक्टिस। बस उसके बाद ओवर कर दो इस चीज को, राइट। सी आई एम अगेन टेलिंग यू, मेरे लिए बहुत ईजी होता, मैं मैप में जस्ट डायरेक्टली ऐसे ऐसे मार्क करके आगे निकल लेता हूँ और चैप्टर को यहीं पर ओवर कर देता, बिकॉज दैट इज यूजुअली व्हाट इज बीइंग डन, इफ यू हैव नोटिस्ड, बट आई एम ट्राइंग फॉर यू ओनली सो दैट आपको क्लास में ही ये सब चीजें याद हो जाए, राइट। Now let us study about the mountains, guys. Mountain ranges, very important. ठीक है, so we are starting from here, this particular Alaska state you are seeing. So यहाँ पर आपको यहाँ इस टॉप में आपको एक रेंज मिलेगा, that is known as ब्रुक्स रेंज। अभी आप as it is मार्क करो, मैं आपको मैप में भी दिखाऊंगा, ठीक है। आप अपनी एटलस खोल के रखो, उसमें भी आपको एक ब्रुक्स रेंज लिखा हुआ मिलेगा यहाँ पर, ब्रुक्स रेंज। एंड यहाँ डाउनवर्ड्स में आपको मिलेगा अलास्कन रेंज। Now this Brooks Range is present in Canada. Is it right or not? This statement is wrong. It is the part of this USA, because Alaska is the part of USA, guys, right? But this Brooks Range is not present in the mainland USA. Mainland USA इसे कहते हैं, ठीक है। Over here you will find the highest mountain peak of North America over here in this particular area, and that peak is basically known as Mount McKinley. McKinley, highest mountain peak of North America. इसकी हाइट आपको लगभग 6190 मीटर्स मिलेगी। Now let me ask you one question, और ये हमने पढ़ चुके हैं। What is the highest peak of South America, guys? Highest peak of South America. You have seen Mount Aconcagua. स्पेलिंग एक बार आप चेक करना। एंड इसकी हाइट कितनी थी? इसकी हाइट 6960 मीटर समथिंग, और 6900 आप ऐसे समझो। तो माउंट मैकिनले एंड माउंट एकानागुआ में हु इज द हाईएस्ट, और विच ऑफ द माउंटेन इज हैविंग हायर रेंज? सो दिस पर्टिकुलर माउंट एकानागुआ, राइट। सो आई टेल यू, अभी मैं आपको साउथ अमेरिका का बता रहा हूँ, नॉर्थ अमेरिका का बता रहा हूँ, देन वी विल गो टू यूरोप, देन वी विल गो टू अफ्रीका, और आपको पता ही है सबसे बड़ा पर्वत कहाँ पर है, सबसे हाईएस्ट माउंटेन इज एन एशिया ओनली, माउंट एवरेस्ट, राइट। तो हम उन सबको कंपेयर करेंगे और एक क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में मार्क करेंगे, गाइस। क्वेश्चन अभी तक ऐसा नहीं आया, बट आई एम टेलिंग यू ऐसा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है व्हेन दे आर कंपेयरिंग द हाईएस्ट माउंटेन पीक्स ऑफ एवरी कॉन्टिनेंट, राइट। सो यू ट्राई टू सी लाइक दिस। तो माउंट एकानागुआ इज द विनर इन माउंट मैकिनली, मींस माउंट एकानागुआ इज हैविंग हायर हाइट देन मैकिनली, राइट। So you understand that, okay, this Mount McKinley is present in Canada or USA. It is present in USA, so automatically it will be the highest mountain range of USA also. Alright, guys. Now this is done. Brooks Range, Alaskan Range. In Alaskan Range, you will find Mount McKinley, and Mount McKinley is the mountain which you have to remember. Also, you will find one range over here that is, let me write the name over here. This range is present in Canada, and that is Mackenzie Mountains. Mackenzie Mountains, guys, right. Over here you will find the highest peak of Canada named Mount Logan. Mount Logan. Now this Mount Logan is the highest peak of not North America but of Canada, right. And this Mount Logan is the second highest peak of North America, क्योंकि highest पे तो हमारा Mount McKinley है, right. So this I hope you understood Mount Logan का दो statement you understood, highest peak of Canada, second highest peak of North America. Then you will see a long mountain range will start over here in the form of Rockies Mountain, guys. Rockies Mountain. Now this is also an example of Young Fold Mountain. This is your Young Rockies. This is our Young Fold Mountains. In South America, we have seen the longest mountain range, that is Andes. Rockies is of USA, right. And Rockies mountains पे highest mountain peak which you will see is over here. If I mark over here like this, you will see this is your Mount Albert, guys. बाकी सबकी आपको हाइट याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है. दीज आर नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. माउंट एल्बर्ट, लोगन आपको पता है, मैकेंजी माउंटेन्स, ब्रुक्स रेंज, अलास्कन रेंज. रिमेंबर आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट रॉकीज माउंटेन पे हाईएस्ट माउंटेन है हमारा माउंट एल्बर्ट. आई हैव नॉट टोल्ड यू एल्बर्ट इज द हाईएस्ट माउंटेन रेंज ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका और कनाडा. मैंने ये नहीं बोला आपको, ठीक है. इफ समवन इज आस्किंग यू दैट इन मेनलैंड यूएसए व्हाट इज द हाईएस्ट पीक, तब आप माउंट एल्बर्ट को राइट कह सकते हो, ठीक है गाइस. तो अल्टीमेटली आपको कितने माउंटेन्स अभी मैंने बता दिया. एक माउंटेन ऑफ यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. समवेयर ओवर हियर इन योर एटलस यू विल फाइंड Mount Whitney over here, guys. This I have connected. This, can you see Mount Whitney? ठीक है. Let me write all this again. Can you write this range? Can you write this range? Brooks and Alaskan range over here. North American highest, USA's highest. That is your Mount McKinley. Mackenzie range over here. Mount Logan can you find? Over here can you find Albert? Over here can you find Whitney? These are the mountain range which you have to remember. These are Rockies. And over here you will find one important feature, that is this range, this particular range. You can say it as Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Mountains. आप एटलस में देखो पॉज करके, स्पेलिंग भी वहीं से चेक करना एक बार. Appalachian Mountains are the example of old fold mountains. Means these have become residual mountains. आपने अरावली देखा है इंडिया में, just like this. Because these used to be once the young fold mountains like Himalayas, like Andes, like Rockies, but now they have aged. They are residual now. Residual mountains, old, right? एक आपको यहाँ पर एक कास्केड रेंज भी मिलेगा. कास्केड रेंज, ठीक है. कास्केड रेंज is related to Brook range, Alaskan range, Mackenzie. Let me show you in the map now, guys. ये तो हमने रफ वर्क हमने जब आप मैप में डायरेक्टली स्पॉट कर पाओगे अब इसे, ठीक है. सी ओवर हियर गाइस, नाउ यू विल एबल टू सी इट करेक्टली. कैन यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर ब्रुक्स रेंज ओवर हियर? आई एम मार्किंग इट. कैन यू अलास्कन रेंज? देन दिस देनाली. यस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर गाइस, वेरी. देनाली क्यों लिखा है यहाँ पर, लेट मी टेल यू. और हाइट तो जब मैंने माउंट मैकेनले पढ़ाया था उसकी हाइट है. सो व्हाई दे हैव रिटन देनाली? So this information is very important, that I have told you Mount McKinley is the highest peak of North America. This Mount McKinley is also known as Denali, guys. So या तो आपको ऑप्शन में देनाली, और आई एम 100% श्योर अगर यूपीएससी will pick up this mountain range, then they will mention Denali, not Mount McKinley. Somewhere you will find Mount McKinley, somewhere you will find Denali. So Denali is nothing, none other than the same name of Mount McKinley. Don't get confused, right guys? Let me show you ahead. Can you see this Mackenzie Mountains we have seen in Canada? Mount Logan, can you see? Don't remember this particular height of it. Forget it. Then Rocky Mountains will start. So Rocky Mountain is also in Canada and also in this particular USA also over here. Then over here near Great Salt Lake you have seen Mount Albert, you will see. Highest peak of mainland India, mainland USA. Then Mount Whitney can you see over here? Forget the range guys, forget the height, no need to remember. बहुत सारे ऐसे mountains आप, यही तो, this is the role of mentor where I can clearly tell you कि आप ये छोड़ सकते हो और ये नहीं छोड़ सकते, ठीक है. जो मैं कह रहा हूँ ये पकड़ के रखना है, you have to hold it, right? So Mount Whitney, Mount Albert, Rockies Mountains, यहाँ पे Appalachians, सीधा spelling भी आप ध्यान में रखना. Appalachians Mountain आप यहाँ पर ध्यान में रखेंगे, ठीक है. Labrador Peninsula I have told you. So this is your mountain range which you have to remember guys, right? Let me draw the rough sketch. Can I draw the rough sketch of it? Mountains, can you tell me of North America and South America? South America and North America. Just mountains I'm telling you about. देखते हैं आपको कितना ध्यान में. I am drawing a rough sketch, ठीक है. These are islands part. This is your connectivity. And this rough sketch I'm trying to draw guys, ठीक है. Now I am marking over here in the borders of the highest mountain peak of South America, bordering between Chile and Argentina. ये आप तभी कर पाओगे when you have seen the previous videos also will wholeheartedly guys, right? Over here highest active volcano in the world Ojos del Saldo. Peru में एक active volcano which is present, Mount Misty. Over here in Ecuador, Chimborazo and Cotopaxi. Chimborazo is dormant volcano. Over here, three ranges, parallel ranges is Colombia. These are called cordilleras. I hope this is right. Mount McKinley, can you write over here? This is which range? Alaskan. This is Brooks Range. This is Mackenzie. This Mount McKinley is also known as Denali. And in Denali and this Aconcagua, who is the highest one or who is having the highest height? Aconcagua, guys, right? So this comparison also this books will not tell you the comparison. You have to do this comparison. और आप हर किसी के साथ मत करना. जितना मैं बता रहा हूँ उतना आप बस खुल ओपन माइंड के साथ you try to grab these things. Mount Logan, Rockies Range. Over here you will find Albert. Over here you will find Whitney, Appalachians. I hope you have tried to answer it, guys. I cannot hear you, but comment also if you are connecting with me. I am doing just this for you. वरना मैं आपको ऐसे ही मैप में मार्क करवा के आगे बढ़ सकता था, ऐसे मार्क करवा के. ठीक है? Usually teachers are doing like this, but I'm teaching you the way I wanted to get taught, guys. Right? That way I am trying to give you the like so that आपको घर पे जाके बुक न खोलनी पड़े वापस. ठीक है? So let me now this we have seen. ठीक है? Now let us see the rivers, guys. ये आपने mountains cover कर लिया. Now we will see rivers. ठीक है? Try to see over here that one over here from Mackenzie Mountains, one river named Yukon will be going like this, guys. Over here in this particular Pacific Ocean, you can see, or Bering Sea, right? और यहाँ पर एक और स्ट्रेट which we have missed. स्ट्रेट हमने पढ़ी थी ना, this particular जो भी Neres Strait, Davis Strait and all. यहाँ पर आप एक और स्ट्रेट का याद रखें, that is Bering Strait. And Bering Strait is separating this particular North America continent and Russia, Asia part, right, guys? Over here, Russia and USA is getting separated by Bering Strait. But over here in this particular thing, you will see the direction of river of Yukon. Yukon is in flowing in Alaskan, guys, and emerging from Mackenzie. तो Yukon आपको दिख रहा है यहाँ पे. Let me zoom this Yukon also. मैं आपको दूसरे मैप में भी दिखाऊंगा, बट इतना आप ध्यान में रखो. इन्हीं मैकेंजी माउंटेन से मैकेंजी रिवर, कैन यू सी ओवर हियर? मैकेंजी रिवर इज प्रेजेंट इन कनाडा. सो राइट नाउ जस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू स्पॉट इट. मैं आपको एक बार ड्रॉ करके भी दिखाऊंगा. ठीक है? वन मोर रिवर यू ट्राई टू सी ओवर हियर. ओके, यहाँ पर इसका नाम नहीं लिखा हुआ. लेट मी शो यू इन द अनदर मैप. सी ओवर हियर, गाइस. ये अच्छा मैप है. यूकॉन like this, can you see? Mackenzie, can you see? Fraser, just try to remember that Fraser is this river Fraser. One river Churchill, one river Saint Lawrence. और ये आपको पता है ओंटेरियो से निकल के यहाँ पर अपना जाती है सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर. Churchill, Fraser, Mackenzie, Yukon. You have to remember this, guys. One more beautifully I have shown you this particular part, guys. As it is, you try to remember this. अपने political map में ये mark करो. Mackenzie, Fraser, Churchill, सेंट लॉरेंस. जस्ट इतना देखो. अभी नीचे का भी रहने दो, यूएसए का रहने दो. मैकेंजी, यूकॉन, चर्चिल, फ्रेजर, सेंट लॉरेंस. नाउ यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर यूएसए पार्ट, गाइस. ठीक है? ये आपका 49th पैरेलल. यहाँ पर आप देखो कोलंबियन रिवर, कोलंबिया प्लेट्यू से कोलंबियन रिवर निकलती है. एंड माउथ कहाँ पर है इसका? अपना पैसिफिक ओशन. द लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका, मिसूरी. ये मिसूरी जा रही है, गाइस. And Mississippi is coming from here. They are joining each other, and then it will be known as your Missouri, right? So this Missouri Mississippi river system बोला जाता है. ये आपको इनका क्या बोलते हैं ट्रिब्यूटरीज याद करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज ये जो वहाँ के यूपीएससी नॉर्थ यूएसए के यूपीएससी कर रहा होगा वो दे विल बी रिमेम्बरिंग दिस ट्रिब्यूटरीज. आपको अगर हमारे इंडिया के गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्रा इनकी ट्रिब्यूटरीज टिप्स पे हो जाती है तो दैट इज मोर देन इनफ, राइट? So over here you try to remember that okay, this mouth is ending into Gulf of Mexico. First river Columbia, second Missouri, Mississippi, third Colorado River is coming out of here and going to this particular Gulf of California, Baja Peninsula आप देख रहे हो. And this Rio Grande River is separating, it is forming the natural boundary between Mexico and USA, क्योंकि यहाँ से मेक्सिको शुरू हो जाएगा, ये ऊपर आपका यूएसए है. सो दिस रियो ग्रांडे रिवर, कोलोराडो रिवर, कोलंबिया रिवर, मिसूरी, मिसिसिपी रिवर. ये आपको 4-5 रिवर याद होनी चाहिए, गाइस, राइट? अगर मैं आपको इस मैप में शो करूं, अगेन यू विल सी मिसूरी, मिसिसिपी, एंड दिस इज गोइंग मिसिसिपी अगेन ओवर हियर, राइट? देन आई विल शो यू दिस पर्टिकुलर वेयर इज दैट रिवर, गाइस? रियो ग्रांडे. कोलंबिया प्लेट्यू, कोलोराडो रिवर इज, इट इज शोइंग यू ओवर हेयर, कोलोराडो प्लेट्यू से कोलोराडो रिवर निकलती है, राइट ओवर हेयर, राइट, कोलंबिया रिवर आप यहीं कहीं देखोगे, ठीक है, कोलंबिया रिवर. So likewise, you try to answer this particular blank map. Can you tell me this particular river, Yukon, Mackenzie? Can you tell me this particular river, Fraser? Can you tell me this particular river, Columbia? This particular river, Colorado? This is Rio Grande, Missouri, Mississippi, Churchill, St. Lawrence. Right, guys? तो ये आप एक बार देखो. इसी मैप में आई एम आस्किंग यू द रेंज बिटवीन यूकॉन रिवर. यहाँ पर माउंटेन कौन सा देखा था, हाईएस्ट वन. यहाँ पे कौन सा माउंटेन देखा था और ये रेंज कौन सी देखी थी आपने. यहाँ पे कौन सी, ये पूरी रेंज कौन सी देखी है आपने. यहाँ पे कौन सा माउंटेन देखा है, यहाँ पर कौन सा माउंटेन देखा है, ये कौन सा माउंटेन रेंज थी अपालेचियन. ये वाला आपका कौन सा आइलैंड है, ये बैंक आइलैंड, उसके बाद विक्टोरिया आइलैंड, उसके बाद क्वींस एलिजाबेथ आइलैंड, उसके बाद एलिजमेयर, डेवोन, ओवर हेयर यू विल बैफिन बे और बैफिन आइलैंड. ये दिस इज योर बैफिन आइलैंड बेसिकली. दिस इज योर विच बे, दिस इज योर विच सी, सरगासो सी, बे ऑफ फंडी, गल्फ ऑफ दिस गल्फ ऑफ फ्लोरिडा, अलास्का. This is your Gulf of California. This is your Gulf of Mexico. Likewise, you have tried to see the rivers, lakes. Lakes आपको याद है? Can you tell me about the Great Lakes? और यहाँ पर जो 5 lakes का system देखा था हमने in Canada. So this is all physical features we are trying to do, guys, right? Now after this one more entry you try to remember, guys, deserts. ठीक है, एक deserts भी आप पढ़ने की कोशिश करो. Very important, very easy to understand. बहुत मजा आएगा आपको इसको देखने में. Desertic areas of North America. Over here you will see this particular entry. First of all, this is the part of your Baja Peninsula, Mexico, और ये थोड़ा USA में भी जा रहा है. So this is your Sonoran Desert, guys. Sonoran Desert. Again let me write it a bit neatly. आपको एटलस में भी मिलेगा, सोनोरन डेजर्ट. Over here above Sonoran you will get one more desert which is known as Mojave. मोजावे जो लिखा है मोहावे इसे बोलते हैं डेजर्ट. इसके ऊपर जो आपको ये मिल रहा है ये इट इज योर ग्रेट बेसिन. डेजर्ट के क्वेश्चन कभी भी आपको नॉर्थ अमेरिका से ऐसे नहीं आने वाली. एक डेजर्ट यहाँ से होगा, एक डेजर्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया का होगा, एक डेजर्ट साउथ अमेरिका का, एक डेजर्ट यूरोप का. उसमें से कंट्रीज आपको मैच करने के लिए बोली जाएंगी. एंड अगेन क्वेश्चंस आंसर ऑप्शंस विल बी लाइक ओनली 1 पेयर करेक्ट, ओनली 2 पेयर करेक्ट. समझ रहे हो, तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन आने वाला है गाइस. उसके लिए आप रेडी रहो, दिमाग में हमेशा क्वेश्चन फॉर्म में चलना चाहिए. दिस इज योर कोलोराडो डेजर्ट और कोलोराडो प्लेट्यू. दिस इज योर प्लेट्यू, राइट. एंड कोलोराडो प्लेट्यू से कोलोराडो रिवर निकल रही है. एंड दिस इज वन मोर डेजर्ट, फोर्थ डेजर्ट विच इज चिहुआहुआन डेजर्ट. चिहुआन डेजर्ट present in both USA and Mexico. Great Basin, Mojave, Sonoran, Chihuahuan. Great Basin, again Great Basin, मोहावे एंड सोनारन एक साथ आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. और ये नाम याद रखने पड़ेंगे गाइस. दीज आर न्यू नेम्स टू यू. इसके आगे पीछे की हिस्ट्री जानने की जरूरत नहीं है कि ये कब स्टेब्लिश हुआ था, इसको किसने नाम दिया था, ये सब नहीं. एज इट इज, जैसे आप किसी और का भी नेम जानते हो तो उसके आगे पीछे का नहीं पता करते हो ना, नेम कैसे आया, वैसे ही आपको ऑटोमेटिकली योर नेम शुड वर्क कि मेरे को ये आइडेंटिफाई करना है इस डेजर्ट में. दिस इज द डेजर्ट चिहुआहुआन डेजर्ट, राइट. एक बार स्पेलिंग देखना है, यहाँ पर भी लिखी हुई है, यहाँ पर भी लिखा हुआ है चिहुआहुआन डेजर्ट, राइट. And this particular grasslands, if I talk about the grasslands of just grasslands of USA of North America में आपको यहाँ पर आपको grasslands मिलेंगे. and these grasslands are known as prairies. तो ये temperate है या tropical है? Obviously नॉर्थ ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर आपका ये मेक्सिको से पास हो रहा है गाइस, राइट. एंड इसके ऊपर सारा टेम्परेट रीजन है. सो टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड्स विल बी प्रेरीज, राइट गाइस. सी ओवर हियर यू विल गेट इट. ग्रेट बेसिन, मोहावे, सोनोरन, चिहुआहुआन. ये प्लेट्यू आपको कोलोराडो प्लेट्यू यहाँ पर मिलेगा, कोलंबियन प्लेट्यू यहाँ पर मिलेगा, राइट. ग्रेट प्लेन्स मीन्स प्रेरीज. तो ये आपको प्रेरीज का आप डायरेक्शन देखो, कनाडा में भी जा रहा है, ठीक है. प्रेरीज आपको यहाँ पर मिलेंगे, टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड्स है. एक तरफ इस तरफ आओगे तो यू आर गेटिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर डेजर्ट्स आल्सो. डेजर्टिक सबसे लो वेजिटेशन यहाँ पर मिलेगी आपको. See these two lakes which we have seen were present in news also. So these are the places in news, guys. Great Slave Lake we have seen. किसके नीचे, बियर के नीचे स्लेव दिखा था. तो इट इज द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट फ्रेश वाटर लेक इन कनाडा. लार्जेस्ट फ्रेश वाटर लेक ऑफ द वर्ल्ड इज योर लेक सुपीरियर, ठीक है. तो ये इसमें कंफ्यूज मत होना, ठीक है. यहाँ लेक हुरॉन इट इज द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट by surface area of the Great Lakes of North America. तो ये second largest North America में, as I have told you. Superior, Huron, then Michigan, then Erie, then your Ontario. Let us do the revision once again, guys, what all we have seen. ठीक है, आ जाओ यहाँ पर आ जाओ. अब मैं एक एक करके आपसे एंट्री बोल रहा हूँ. यू ट्राई टू राइट डाउन द एंट्रीज, गाइस, राइट. सबसे पहले, कैन वी राइट अबाउट द डेजर्ट्स ऑफ साउथ अमेरिका? कैन यू फाइंड आउट दिस डेजर्ट्स ओवर हियर, desert over here, desert over here, desert over here, desert over here. I am writing the deserts. If you remember, नहीं remember तो आपको याद करना पड़ेगा, इसका कोई उपाय नहीं है गाइस. ठीक है, ये आपका है पेटागोनिया. दिस इज योर एटकामा. दिस इज योर सिचुआरा. एक बार स्पेलिंग देखना. दिस इज योर ला गुइजारा, गोयाजीरा. आप एक बार स्पेलिंग चेक करना, जो हमने उस साउथ अमेरिका की क्लास में देखी थी. यहाँ पर आपका सोनोरन, मोहावे, ग्रेट, which we have seen, basin, great basin desert. Over here चिन्हुआ, राइट. ठीक है, उसके बाद आप इसकी जगह हमने डेजर्ट्स देख लिए. लेक्स एक बार देखेंगे आप. यहाँ पर हमने ग्रेट बियर, देन स्लेव, देन अथाबास्का, देन रियनडियर, विनीपैग. दिस इज योर सुपीरियर, मिशिगन, हुरॉन, एरी, ओंटारियो. ओंटारियो, सो योर सेंट लॉरेंस इज गिविंग, इमर्जिंग. यहाँ पर ग्रेट सॉल्ट लेक. In this particular Lake Titicaca, Pupu, La Patos, over here Maracaibo. खुद से मार्क करिए गाइस एक बार, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट आई एम मार्किंग द माउंटेन्स. कैन यू टेल मी अबाउट दीज टू रेंजेस? कैन यू राइट डाउन दिस पर्टिकुलर Denali, this a particular range? Over here Logan, Rockies mountain. Over here Albert, Whitney. Can you tell me about over here Misty, ओजस डेल सेलेडो. बार बार आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर यू गाइज, राइट. बार बार रिपीट करो. इनको क्या बोलता हूँ मैं यहाँ पर, जो था सबसे लार्जेस्ट, एकोनागोवा, चिम्बराजो, कोटोपाक्सी, दिस इज कॉर्डिलरास, राइट. द इंपॉर्टेंट वन इज योर ग्रासलैंड्स. डू यू रिमेंबर द ग्रासलैंड्स? यहाँ पर जो मेरे को मिले थे वो तो प्रेरीज थे. आप यू नो ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर से ऊपर जाऊंगा तो ग्रासलैंड्स मेरे ये टेम्परेट ग्रासलैंड्स है. इन दो ट्रॉपिक्स के बीच में रहेगा तो मेरे कौन से ग्रासलैंड्स होंगे? टेम्परेट ट्रॉपिकल ग्रासलैंड्स रहेंगे. तो यहाँ पर यू हैव वेनेजुला के, यहाँ पर you have Llanos, you have Campas, Cerritos, Caatingas. Then over here you have Pampas over here, Gran Chaco over here, Matorral in Chile. ये हमने सब देखा है गाइज. वी हैव रिवाइज. मेरे ख्याल से मैं आपको ये 5th या 6th टाइम रिवाइज करवा रहा हूँ आफ्टर दिस, राइट. सो इसी तरीके से हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. अभी तो हमने 2 कवर करें. व्हेन वी विल बी रीचिंग अप टू दिस ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ये कवर हो जाएगा तो हम एक साथ सारा कुछ देखेंगे. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, यू विल बी रिमेंबरिंग इट. If you are connecting with me, do comment guys. If you are liking this method, do comment so that I will continue with greater energy. और ज़्यादा आपको अच्छे तरीके से और ज़्यादा energetic way में I'll teach you, because I'll also feel that someone is connected to me, right? Apart from this, what all other features we have seen? The rivers guys. Over here Yukon, Mackenzie, Fraser, Churchill, Lawrence, Mississippi, Missouri बोलते हैं वैसे तो. यहाँ पर आपका कौन सा है? Colorado, Columbia, right. Over here you will see this Brazil Amazon. Over here Parana, Paraguay river system. Over here Orinoco. Over here Magdalene River. So river भी you tried to see. Over here then islands about Falkland Island, Easter Island, Galapagos Island, this Ecuador. Over here Hawaii. Over here this particular this Ellesmere, Baffin, Victoria, Queens Island, Queens Island, right. Over here then you have seen this particular Hudson Bay, this particular Labrador Sea, Sargasso Sea, Gulf of Mexico. This is Baja Peninsula, Yucatan Peninsula. Over here this is your bigger one peninsula, Labrador Peninsula. This is your Gulf of Alaska, right. So like this I am just telling you to, आपको दिमाग चलना चाहिए. एंड whenever I am saying this thing, pause the video. आपको पहले देखो. इफ यू आर एबल टू गो विद माई फ्लो, जो कि हो जाना चाहिए, बिकॉज आई एम रिपीटिंग इट द 6th टाइम, राइट. तो आपको ये फ्लो में हो जाना चाहिए. बट इफ यू आर नॉट, इफ यू आर स्टकिंग कि यार ये मेरे को नहीं हो रहा, मैं बता रहा हूँ, अगर इवन इफ द वन person is understanding and connecting with me, you are out of competition, because he will be understanding the things as it is that competition is, right. Competition is getting fierce, I am telling you guys. So these 2 continents we have tried to cover. This is your North America, Central America. Not continents means North America. North America is including your whole this, and South America this, guys. Currents, now one more thing, you will be connecting with the ocean currents very much good now, because you have the information of world geography now. So if you want me to take your one, I'll take 1 or 2 classes on ocean currents also. I'll be getting that particular currents in your tips, guys. Cold currents, warm currents. If you want me to take, do comment. Till then, just revise these 2 continents. I'll be moving ahead with the next continents like Africa or Europe. I'll be picking one of them. You tell me what continent I should pick. I'll be picking that up that in the next video. Okay? Over here, then we will be seeing this Australia, Asia, this Europe one, right? Take care, guys. Keep revising. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe. This will give us energy to work more. Right, guys? Thank you so much.